Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Acidic back and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I thought I'd bring you guys my thoughts on why I think Fortnite is being so successful and it's just overtaking everything, and why people are actually considering it to be one of, or not the best game ever created. I know that term is kind of very vague to throw around, that it's the best ever, but it is definitely a good game, and I just want to give my thoughts on why I think it is. I'm going to also compare it to some other games to give me some background to it on why I think these things, just to help push my point across, I guess. But yeah, so the first thing I really want to say about Fortnite is its accessibility. Now, what I mean by this is a lot of the battle royale genre of stuff right now, like PUBG and H1Z1 was, but it's not now. Yeah, PUBG and H1Z1, but H1Z1's free to play now. But games like that, you had to pay money for. They were like $30. I mean, they weren't like full game release titles, like $60 games, but they were 30. They were like indie title prices. But at the same time, when you have something like Fortnite come out that's free, people are going to want to hop onto that because it's a free game instead of having to pay money for it. So it's more accessible to people. Also, the fact that it's on consoles helps a lot. And I know PUBG's on console, but PUBG on Xbox is terrible. Like, you can say what you want, but PUBG on Xbox, unless you have an Xbox One and make it run a little bit better, and it's still average at best, the game's just not going to run good. It's not fluent. It's just it was a cash grab idea, just to try to catch up with Fortnite at the time, honestly, in my opinion. But you can think what you want on that, but that's how I feel about it. It's just, it doesn't seem like a game that needs to be ran on console unless they really dial it down to like a 720p, like just really low settings, like no anti-aliasing. Just a lot of things are going to have to downgrade just to keep a steady 30 frames per second on a console, but that's a whole different topic. Fortnite is on console, runs at 60 frames, and it doesn't look trash, because I mean, it doesn't have that high of textures. Like, it's demanding, but not really. Like, potato computers and stuff can't play it, of course, but a medium tier, to especially, just a high tier of gaming PCs, they can run it. All consoles can run it fine. You don't have to have a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X. Everything runs it perfectly fine. And that's one thing that makes people really enjoy it, is because it's so accessible for being free, and how just it runs, and it's so good on all platforms. It's even being released on iOS, on mobile, which I don't know how well that's going to work. But there are Battle Royale games on mobile already, so it could be good. I'm making a video all about that later and stuff, but yeah, we'll just keep that over there for now. But yeah, accessibility is just a big thing in my opinion. Like, I just think that is huge. Second thing is it's got a really good color palette. Now, this is subjective to some people, and some people don't like this idea because they call it a cartoony, childish game. But that's also people that are like in their mid-40s or late 30s and stuff like that. Honestly, when it comes down to it, when you're playing a game, you want it to be very just pleasing to the eyes and very vibrant. You don't want it, because I'm going to use this example here, Ghost. I didn't think Ghost gameplay-wise was bad, but the color palette and the way the game looked was not appeasing to look at, and people didn't like that, and that's why it kind of died. That's the same thing with a lot of these other games nowadays. They just don't look appealing to your eyes. The color palette that this game uses is just very vibrant colors, like light greens and light reds and oranges with all the colors of the guns, the blues. It's just very vibrant, and it pops out, and it intrigues you because it's just very, very, very appealing to look at. And you can have your opinion on that, but that's just cold hard facts. Like, games that are very vibrant do better. That's simple. Unless there's something really amazing that they've introduced and innovated into it that makes it just groundbreaking, people are going to choose a game that's vibrant or looks appealing than something that's dull and just not very good to look at. So that's kind of common sense, I guess, nowadays. I don't know why people still are trying to go for that dull look. That's another thing with World War II. It's all gritty and stuff, and that's why another thing, it's just not very good to look at. It's not fun. It's just, bleh. It's dull. This game is far from dull, and that's just how it works. Second is they have a microtransaction system that is cosmetic only, and it does not affect gameplay. Now, a lot of people don't really look at this as a reason, but honestly, when you look into it, it's a great reason on why this game is being so successful. You can stick to the base version and still enjoy the game, or if you want to have a lot more content, you can buy a battle pass, which people will be like, oh, you gotta have all your content locked behind a $10 paywall. But here's the thing, you buy that battle pass, if you play it out, you'll get more than $10 worth of V-Bucks back. I think you get like 1,200 or something. I can't remember. I forgot the number. But you'll get equal to or over how much you paid. So then when the next cycle comes around, you can just buy it for free. So it's like a one-time purchase, really, unless you spend it on other skins. But that's your own doing. If you want to, you can pay it for it once and have it every other season if you grind for it, which is good. But it being cosmetic also gives it a great opportunity for content, because there could be skins that you want, and it intrigues people to buy them, but it's not affecting the game. So if somebody has a skin, you can't be like, oh, he's better than me because he's rocking a red knight. He's not. He might be skilled better than you, but he doesn't have an advantage over you. There's nothing special about these cosmetics, and this is one thing that's really big in my opinion. They are keeping the microtransaction loot box system, well, it's not really loot boxes, but a microtransaction system that's in the game, they're keeping it cosmetic only. And that's especially crazy for the fact that the game's free. You would think that they would want to make things that are OP from behind the paywall so that you would be intrigued to buy them, so they'd even make more money, but they don't. And that's a big deal. I think this is a company, Epic Games does really good with community feedback as well, which is the point I'm about to go into, but their microtransaction system is great. This is one game that really does it well, and if other games can look at this and introduce it into their games and not make it so pay-to-win aspect, I think it could help a lot of games in the future, to be honest, because it creates a lot of content and just diversity, honestly. And people like that. They want a unique look. They want to feel unique as their avatar, and having this system is a great way to do that. Next thing I want to talk about is the community feedback, honestly. Like, this company is really good with this. Epic Games does a great job with community feedback on Twitter and a lot of other things. Like, they were going to add skill-based matchmaking. Big backlash. Everyone gave their opinions on it. They said, no, we'll revert it. We'll think about it later. People said the regular SMG was trash. Nobody was using it. They liked the tactical one, and the suppressor one has its niche opportunities. They took out that. Double pump was OP. People talked about it. They took it out. They are fixing things as it pops up and it is being talked about. They actually look forward to I guess you could say customer feedback, but the consumer complains about something, they fix it. They are really trying to make this game the best it can be, and that's something huge. A lot of game companies, once they get the money, they just do what they want to. It's their vision, it's their art, as they say. It's what they want to do with it, they're going to do it. But this company's different. They care about its player base. They don't want it to die out. They try to fix things. They get rid of cheaters, all that other stuff. They just really listen to the community, and that's a big deal. A lot of games have not been doing that, so when a game like Fortnite does it, people are really intrigued by that. They're like, wow, this company really listens. I really like that. And then they hop on board with it because they know their feelings will be looked at by this company, which is a big deal, honestly. I mean, it really is. So that's another just a great thing that Epic Games does for Fortnite, honestly. And the last thing I would have to say is it's a battle royale. Like, I mean, this is so plain and simple at this point, but this is the era right now of games where battle royale is just kicking off. People are liking that randomness, that just exciting feel of going in and being all against everybody. It's just a big thing right now. And Fortnite adding that in instead of just being save the world was a big step for them, and it paid off. They put all their eggs in the basket for this, and as you can see, it's like the biggest game right now. I think it actually sometimes overtakes League of Legends and Twitch, which is insane because that game has been like #1 on everything. This game is huge, and it's crazy, honestly, how much Battle Royale has grown. But Fortnite took the chance, and they pitched it, and it worked. They got what they wanted from it, and it's just growing and growing and growing. It overtook PUBG, H1. It's taken over. It's taken over everything, man. It's just a great game in general, honestly. Like, I gave all my points. You can tell me what you think about it, what else you think is great about the game. There's some things that I don't like about it, some things I do, but it's mainly positive. The little things that I don't like are just niche things, but I guess it's there for balance reasons. But, as I said, I don't make the game. I just enjoy it for what it is, and I just gave my opinions on it. So, yeah, that's the reasons why I think Fortnite is just so successful as of right now. If you have any other reasons that you think it is, or you just agree with me and want to talk about it, do leave it down in the comments below. I'll try to reply to it, and just we can have a conversation about why you think the game is, things you don't like. Just just have a big conversation about this game, because it is growing and it's huge, and it's got a huge community behind it. I don't know when it'll die out or if it will really. But yeah, it's been Acidic. If you did enjoy the video, hit the like button down below. It shows great support for the channel. Also, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the little bell notification so you'll be notified every time I upload videos or stream to this channel. It's been Acidic, and I'm out. Peace.